Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're here looking at March's mid-month checkup. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm planning on probably in April, I'll let you guys know in that video, of starting a newsletter and offering a raffle each month for a free 30-minute video reading. So just to put that little tickler out there, that will probably be starting in April. Also, those of you who want to skip this part, this is about the collective, and then I go into the individual signs. I do have it time-stamped in the description box below, so you can just skip ahead. I do find this part really important just for us to know and remember that we are all connected, and what we do does affect everyone and everything around us. So that's why I like to start off this way, is to remind us to connect to self, but also to remind us to connect to community and connect to your tribe. And remember, right now we are in a Venus retrograde. Venus is in Aries as we speak. It's going to retrograde into Pisces and then go back into Aries. When Venus is in Aries, it's what is called in detriment. Venus doesn't like to be there. Now remember, Venus rules love, rules money, rules things that are beautiful, creativity, art. So a lot of those aspects in your life will probably come up and be questioned. Something that you used to find beautiful, you might not find beautiful now, and vice versa. So be patient and be open to what you feel, but know that this is a time of retrograde, which means to relook, rethink. I wanted to say react, and isn't that Aries, reacting? But react with thought. Alright, so if you meet somebody during Venus retrograde, you might feel really compelled to them and feel like the thrill of connection, and want to pursue it very fast and with vigor. But it might be in your best favor to just take it a little bit slower, really think about it before diving in, because in about 6 weeks or so, your feelings could definitely shift. So just keep that in mind through March. Alright, so let's call on our angels just to talk with the collective. As I'm shuffling, I feel Spirit telling me to re-love. So if there's somebody in your past that you've let go of, but you keep thinking about them and you keep wondering how they are, and you just want to let them know that you love them and you care about them, I suggest you do it. With no strings attached, of course, that you're just letting them know, so that they know how you truly feel. You don't need to expect them to come back into your life. You don't need to expect them to even reciprocate your feelings. But do it so that they know your truth. Okay, this one? Nope. Okay. Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy, calling in the divine angels. What do you have for my collective? Okay. It's, have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with the situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. So throughout the remainder of March, if you're coming up like on a roadblock with situations and you just feel like you can't go any further and you feel like there's no way out and there's no way to solve the issue, call on your angels, call on the higher. They're there to help and they want to, but you're pushing them out. You're not letting them in. So they're asking for you to be open and that they want to be there for you. But you have to call on them first. And sometimes that's the hardest part of it all, is to admit when you need help. And they want you to do so that they can envelop you in their love and their support. Don't leave your higher power out with your choices and the steps you take the rest of March. Okay. Let's get on with the rest of our readings. Hello Aquarius, this is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're here looking at the energy surrounding you for mid-March 2017. If you would like a personal reading, then you can find me on Facebook, email me, or on my website. Also, make sure to check out not only your sun sign, but your rising sign and your moon sign. And if you don't know what those are, then I have supplied a link below in the description box. So you can go to a website and create your natal chart. All right, let's get into the reading. Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energies to guide us. What messages do you have for Aquarius, mid-March 2017? What energies are surrounding Aquarius? What energies, what guidance do we have for Aquarius? Okay. Okay. And the energy that's coming in from from the beginning of March is the Six of Swords. So you are traveling onto a different journey. Like this is a new phase of your life. You're letting go of something that may have been really difficult, and now you're realizing where your light and where your future lies. And so I'm not saying that it's an easy trek by any means. It could be a little scary. You don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, but it's for the better. And so just take it step by step. Then we have Justice, the Tower, Ten of Pentacles, King of Chalices, and Judgment. So right off the bat, I mean, we have 3 major arcana. So the remainder of the month, a lot of it is fated. You know, that these energies would come in no matter what you did. But I do always believe that we are masters of our destiny. So how you deal with these energies, of course, will be up to you. And so that will change the course of your life. Having Justice that's running around encompassing the entire reading, having Justice here. Now in this deck, I love how it is because it's the hand slicing the snake while the snake is biting the hand. So this always cautions making quick action before action makes quick of you. You know, if you know there's something that you need to do, if you know there's some paperwork that needs to be done, then do it. Because if you don't, it's going to nip you in the butt. Okay? It's going to get you. So make sure you're taking care of everything you need to, whether it be through like the legalities or if it's just within the details. Just make sure you're planning very clearly and taking action when you know it's right to take instead of waiting on it and procrastinating. We have the Tower here in love and relationship. So something is shifting. You know, the Tower is a quick shift. And it's usually because the foundation isn't solid. I mean, look at here on this one where the house is built on a cliff right there in the ocean. Okay, and it's about to fall into the ocean. So this beautiful house, yes, they're having a great time in there, but it's about to fall off the cliff, and it's because the foundation isn't strong. So it doesn't matter how much time you've built on this cliff, if it doesn't have a sturdy base, then it's just going to fall. And so this Tower in relationship is that. You could be trying and trying and trying with somebody, but if you guys didn't start out in a good space to begin with, if you guys aren't on the same page in a lot of different spaces, it's going to fall apart. And this goes for love, this goes for friendship, and this also goes for family too. If you guys have had a rocky relationship for a very long time, and you keep trying, and you just sit through and say, you know, this is what love is, you know, it's sacrifice of myself for this person over and over again. No, not necessarily. There is a point when it will break if it's not healthy. And so the Tower is clearing out what is not healthy, which is not serving you, so that you can start a solid base, a solid ground, a solid foundation, and build off of that. So I do feel that a lot of people could be separating, could be divorcing, and that's why we have justice here, is that there's some people who are going to be getting a divorce and you need to be very clear about the legalities of it, or your partner is going to manipulate some things. So be careful of that. And if for some people, if it's your roommate, it's your roommate, you guys don't see eye to eye, it's not working, make sure you're very clear about what boundaries you set so that they don't take you for everything with rent or with the lease. So be careful, just stay prudent. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and that's in work, and this is wonderful. So I could see some of you guys getting a raise, Aquarius, so that'll be very helpful and just kind of fill you up a little bit, especially when we have the Tower here in relationship. But work is looking great. Ten of Pentacles is feeling really at home with it, feeling content, and feeling like there is abundance growing. And I really, and having the King of Chalices in abundance, I do feel like this could be the boss or a higher up at work. It's a water sign, so it's going to be Cancer, Scorpio, who am I missing? Pisces. Yeah, and I feel like they're going to be contributing to this abundant feel. They're going to be leading you. They could also be, in some regards, it could be your lawyer. And they feel really compassionate about your situation and where you are. And so they could say, let's just do this pro bono, or, let's do this on contingency instead of, making you pay their $1 billion hourly fee. Which I know that's not how expensive it is, but sometimes it feels like it. So it's just somebody taking compassion on you and helping you build your abundance and giving you a little bit of safety net during some of the trying times that may be happening. And we have Judgment here, so make sure whatever you do, you are doing honestly, truthfully, and clearly within your mind-body-soul connection. If something feels off, if you feel like it's not the right decision, if you're doing something that you know is not truthful, it will come back to get you. Just so you know, because you have Justice, Aquarius. So make sure that you are going on to this new journey, and see the Six of Swords is saying it's time to move on in certain regards, and I really feel like it's in relationship or a friendship or family. And it's time to move on so that new people can come in and support you. But do it very clearly, do it honestly, because judgment will come and get ya if you don't. Okay. So let me just pull an angel card really quickly. All right, angels, what added guidance do you have for Aquarius? What is the added message? And I know it's this one, but before I pull that, or I show it to you, I also wanted to talk a little bit more about Judgment, because Judgment is a deep card. Judgment is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is this very deep kind of like Buddha-esque feeling of you will learn the lesson, but the only way you learn the lesson is to delve deep and go into the uncomfortable state and see things for what they truly are, in the dark, in the light, in both. So this is asking you to do that in the mind-body-soul connection. So for a lot of you, I want you to meditate. I also want, at the same time, while you're doing that, I want you guys to go do something very physical, okay? And then drink lots of water, which is just good advice, period. But it's cleansing. Like, I want you to, cleanse a little bit. And, of course, you don't have to take any of my advice, but that's what I recommend. And it's just a good practice anyways, even not during trying times. It's just drinking good water, sitting with self, and then keeping your heartbeat up at certain points. And I keep thinking of karate, or is it called Muay Thai? I'm probably butchering it. But doing something aggressive. Like, I feel like you need something just a little bit more aggressive right now to like let out some anger and rage. So do it in a positive way of just raging on the hitting bag. What is it called? I just forgot the name of it. You can tell that I'm a dancer when I don't know like the technical boxing terms. Um, a punching bag. That's it. Okay. So I would recommend that. All right, and then we have the sacral chakra. And this says you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. And with this card, they're saying avoid it, but I actually want you to deal with it so that you can let it go. So don't push away things that are not serving you. Deal with it so you can let them go so there's no residual. Okay, keep your sacral chakra clean. And how you can do that is by not, eating horribly and by going into a situation that you know will end badly. But if you have situations that do come up that are hard and challenging, then go into it clear and concise and know that your sensitivity to it is there for a reason, to help you heal it and to let it go so that it doesn't come back and just keep that cycle going. All right, Aquarius. If you would like a personal reading, find me on Facebook, email me, or my website. Until next time, much love, joy, and blessings.